Hi, my name's Stevie and I'm the head artist here at the Makeup Pro store. I want to show you a few different techniques in the next set of tutorials that I'm doing that I personally use myself and I love to use on my clients. I think they are the best sort of things to use in your everyday makeup to get the best out of your features and to make the most of what you have personally. For the first tutorial, I am going to show you how to create a look that is literally taking the internet by storm. No, it's not contouring, it's strobing. Okay, what is strobing? Strobing is basically highlighting the face. There's nothing really about it, there's no contouring, it is literally creating a dewy look onto the face. So the product that I'm using today to create this is from Makeup Atelier. It's one of their illuminators, and the particular tone that I've decided to use is Naked, okay? And I'm using a baby face brush, quite fluffy. And I'm literally going to be working this onto the face, starting firstly along the top of the cheek, slightly around the edge of the eyebrow. So we're creating natural highlights to the face using this product. And as you can see, I've already slightly cheated by already having my base done and my eyebrows done. I'm just working above the foundation. Next place we're going to highlight is the highest part of the eyebrow itself. The tip of the nose. Top of the lips. And then the cheek, or the chin, sorry. Be very careful whenever you're doing strobing. If you are extremely oily, it's not really the look for you, as it will make you look oilier. If you have dry skin, it's a brilliant technique to use. Lastly, we're just going to apply a little bit more highlighter underneath the area that you would naturally contour. So when you're contouring, usually it's about here. We're going to highlight in this section here. So to recap, when you're strobing, it's the top of the cheek, under the contour line, the chin, top of the lips, the nose, and the highest point of the eyebrow. One of the most popular questions I get asked is how to create an easy, effective makeup without putting too much effort into it. And I'm going to show you how to create exactly that. Firstly, after doing your base and completing your eyebrows, I'm going to add a little bit of eye primer over the eye itself. And I'm using Zoeva Pearl Effect eye primer and just applying it with my fingers all over the eyelid. This creates a beautiful base to start working on. Next, I'm going to start working in with matte eyeshadows. I think for a day-to-day makeup, it's important to use mainly matte eyeshadows. You don't want anything too glitzy or glamorous, especially if it's just to go to the office and start working. The first eyeshadow I'm going to use is number 429 from Makeup Studio. It's a taupey slate sort of tone, and it works well with my skin tone. And I'm literally using a fluffy blending brush. I'm working from the outside corner of the eye in and along the crease, just back and forward. I'm working towards the eyebrow. Taking a small amount of product on my brush each time. I don't want to overload the brush too much or I can end up looking a wee bit cakey or a wee bit patchy, so it's best to always work it into the skin little bit by little bit. I find the feather brush from Senna is probably one of the best. The fluffier the better for doing this first colour. Next, I'm going to use another matte eyeshadow from Makeup Studio, and this one is 430. It's a deeper tone of the brownie slate. And we're going to add this into the eye to create some definition and depth. Starting again on the outside corner of the eye, lightly blending in and along the crease. When you're happy with the consistency that you've created, I'm going in with a clean fluffy brush, this time slightly smaller, and this is the 221 from Zoeva, and it's literally just to soften out my edges. Wiping off the product each time we lift it back off the skin. Next, I'm going to use a flat brush and a little bit of classy champagne. This is probably one of our most popular highlighters and eyeshadows from Makeup Studio. It just gives a beautiful glow, and I'm just placing that on the inside section of the eye. Make sure you press it on. You're not blending with this brush. Flat brushes are just for applying maximum effect of eyeshadow. As it looks a little top heavy, I'm going to add a wee bit of liner underneath the eye. This time I'm going to use a pencil, and this wee one is Sable from OCC, and it's quite a deep brown. I'm going to apply that underneath the eye, about 3/4 of the way along. Underneath the waterline, and then using another brush from Zoeva, this time the 231, we're going to smudge it out and just soften it back into the skin. I like to wear liquid liner. It's one of my staple looks. Every day of life I have liquid liner on, and a lot of people ask me how to create the perfect flick. So as you can see, we're starting with the baseline right along the lash line, and I'm using Makeup Studio black eyeliner. And taking it section by section. I'm doing the exact same on the other side. Once you have the line along the lashes completely perfect, we're then going to add the flick on. So we're going to work from the edge of the eye, okay, and come out from the lash line itself and bring it out into a beautiful point. Doing the exact same on both sides. And then not starting right at the tip, you're actually leaving about 1 millimeter and starting down the line ever so slightly to bring it back into your original line. Then colour in the small triangle section. If you mess up the liner, it's not the end of the world. Most people think it is, and that they think that they have to take it off completely and start again. As you can see, my liner isn't completely straight, but all I'm doing is taking a wee Morphe brush, and the code of this one is G28. It's quite flat and it's quite precise, and just taking it along the edge of the line to clean it back up. Just with a little bit of concealer from Makeup Studio. And then blending it back out into the skin. Nobody would be none the wiser. To finish off the eyes completely, I'm using a wee bit of concealer pencil from Makeup Studio and bringing it along the waterline. This is going to brighten up the eyes and help open up the eye area itself. Just adding a little more of the 430 eyeshadow into the brown pencil underneath to soften it back out. The mascara I've chose to use is 4D from Makeup Studio. It's one of my personal favourites because you can layer the lashes quite a lot. You can put on 3 or 4 layers, and it near enough looks like you are actually wearing false lashes, obviously a small set, but still false lashes all the same. When you're putting on your mascara, make sure you give it a good wiggle at the root of the lash and then pull it out. And just keep building up on the mascara. important to make sure you coat the bottom lashes as well, as it opens up the eyes a little more. To finish off this look, I'm going to use the Ardel Demi Wispies. To me, they are my sole favourites. I think they suit majority of eye shapes, and they make the eyes look a little more open and a little bigger because they taper off a wee bit longer at the end. So all I'm doing is applying glue along the lash line, and then taking a pair of tweezers to apply them. So I'm pressing them down in the middle firstly, and then pressing down the outside corners after. There's no rush with lashes. They don't dry, the glue doesn't dry instantly. So you have a little bit of time to play about with them. Okay, and to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to put on a little bit more of the liquid liner over the lash line where the glue is. To finish off this look, it's personally up to yourself what sort of lip colour you go for. For me, I love to go a wee bit crazier and something that isn't your norm. As you can see, I do have the blue hair and I'm rocking the piercings. So I have chose OCC Lip Tar in Techno Pagan. It's a deep blue tone with quite a metallic sheen off it. I think it suits me well. And to apply it, I've literally put it onto the back of my hand, and I'm using the Wing Liner Brush 317 from Zoeva. It gives me a really defined lip line. That's why I prefer to use it instead of a lip brush. With the lip tars, especially Techno Pagan, you don't necessarily have to use a lip liner with it because they're so pigmented. I'm starting from the outside of the lip and working my way in, and I'm going to do the exact same to the other side. So this is how to create a simple yet effective makeup look quite quickly in the morning if you're just going to work. A wee bit of strobing, a wee bit of eyeshadow, a flick and a good strong lip.